Hey guys, it's Amy. I was just checking to make sure we're recording. I am going to do a little bit with the Ornate suite today, the Ornate Style, so you can see it, Ornate Style suite. I'm actually going to color this particular picture for you. Actually, I'm going to show you a couple other things that I've done with them. I'm sure if you read my blog, you've probably seen them as well. I have a whole box down here that I have kept of the things that I've been doing. This is the Ornate die borders that I've done. If you can see, this is the borders are on both sides. It's in Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. I love the way this came out. It turned out beautiful. I'm sure you all have seen this. This is also with those border dies. It looks really good as well. Here's another one, same, just like the other one. And then there's these that I've done. And with this one, I cut the white out and embossed what was left and made it this one. See, I'm trying to make sure I get these right. So you can see both of these. So they were kind of made together. And then I have this one, which is also on my website with the foil paper. Then it looks so pretty. I like that one. And then I have one more in here that I've done with this suite so far. This one. It's just a simple daisy. And I love all of them. They're all great. But we're going to watercolor today. I'm going to do a technique in watercolor, just this image for you, so you can see how I do it. It's different, various everywhere. I'm sure you can find a post on how to watercolor it. I'm just going to pick some random colors and we're going to watercolor. See how it goes. Be right back. Hold on a second. Okay, I am back now. I have this all dampened. This is actually stamped with Stazon. I used, Stampin Up carries the saddle Stazon color and the basic black. I've got a Timber Brown that I have purchased at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, wherever you can get your Stazon. But this is Timber Brown for you if you want to see. But I took this and stamped this on some watercolor paper, and I've spritzed it a little bit so it kind of can absorb some colors. And I've just picked up some colors, some random colors. I'm going to put out my greens, and we're going to do the leaves first. I've got 3 different shades, and I'm just literally going to squeeze my inks, squeeze the packet together like this, and then we're going to open it up, and we're going to have our ink. And I'm going to put, first I'm going to start with the Pear Pizzazz, because this seems to be the lightest. I'm just going to grab a little bit, and I'm literally just going to come in and watercolor these leaves. Don't really need a lot. It's okay if it gets off. You can blot it if you'd like. Let me get some paper towels here. You know, being in this little cottage, you kind of have to be prepared for everything. So if I didn't like that color and I thought it was too much on there, I could blot it off. But see, blotting that right off like that, it took off all the color. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in because I want some of that color to stay. It's a little different when you're using watercolor paper than it is when you're using like the Whisper White or the shimmer paper or any of those. It's just a little bit different. I'm going to do all of these leaves with this Pear Pizzazz and try to let it dry a little bit in between each color that I do. So I may go on to another one, onto another flower if I get all of these done and they're not dry. And you notice I'm not putting tons of stuff in here, just trying to stay, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Watercolors are not perfect. That's the beauty of watercolor. It just gives it kind of a washed color. I saw one of these other ladies, I want to say she was out of Australia, and she did this watercolor. I think she used the same colors, but it was really beautiful. She put hers on the background of a smoky, not a smoky slate, sea foam green, or it was that, I can show you, seaside, the seaside, soft seaside. It was beautiful. That blue just made it stand out. Blue, so calming, and that color just, wow. I would love to have my room painted in that color, but I'm not painting my room. White is so much better, brings in so much light to do this. And today I'm actually able to do this with no extra lighting in the room, which is kind of cool. And that's because I have all the white walls in this crafty cottage. Get my tongue all tied up. I'm going to have to get better at these videos for you guys. Alright, I think this is the last of my green from the Pear Pizzazz. Yeah, we'll add just a little here. And notice how soft and lightened the color is turning out to be. Look how pretty that is. Now I'm going to go ahead and, since this is not really dry, I'm going to skip and go on to another color, but I can put the Pear Pizzazz up. I'm pretty good. Oh, wait, nope, I missed a leaf. Let me open that back up. Let's get back up here and do this other leaf. It's right here. How could I forget him? Get him all colored up. There you go. Alright, now the leaves are done. Yay! Alright, we'll put those other greens aside. And I decided to go for my bigger, I think they're chrysanthemums, I'm not sure. But I decided to go with 2 shades of coral and a floaty flamingo. The floaty flamingo I'm going to put on first, and it's going to be the light color everywhere. And again, I'm going to squeeze this up like this in between really hard, because these new cases that we have, they don't give you ability to squeeze them. They're really, really firm. They just got to get used. Okay, I'm going to do this just like I did the other, and I'm just going to color in gently, not a lot of color, into this flower here. And I can pretty much go all over the whole thing. Doesn't have to be perfect. The lighter the color is fine. I believe she used the softest pink we have, which is petal pink. And I just thought it'd be a little different. I didn't want to do the exact same thing, but this does a very soft corally pink, which I like. My donor, Diana, her favorite color was coral or peach or any one of those flavor genres, kind of an orangey. And so because of that, I tend to go to these colors. I don't know if it's Diana herself speaking through me, or if it's just my color preference truly changed. Don't know. My donor mom says it's Diana, and you know, I tend to believe that because pink was always my favorite color. Granted, this is a form of pink, but you know, we shall see. I go to those lighter colors. Always have, probably always will. And get a little more in here. And see, I think I got a lot on this, and I'm just going to kind of come in here and take off some of that. I'm going to brush it off, and there we go. Take that off. Yeah, those 2 colors are done. You may have to bring that Pear Pizzazz back, because I think there's supposed to be some Pear Pizzazz down there. And some of that green for these very soft flowers. Right there. There we go. Maybe in here, just put a little color in between the flowers so we've got that green background. Alright. Some right there. There we go. Okay. And we can put that out of the way. And let's see. We're going to go ahead and put the bottom color of the yellow in, and I'm going to use So Saffron for that bottom color of my daisies. I haven't chose a color for my little minnows. I don't know what to choose for those, but I'm going to use So Saffron for the daisies. Little petals here. I'm just going to color the whole thing with these. And again, if you think you've gotten too much color, you can go in and blot it out. You can wipe off your brush and go back in and pull that color right back out. It'll still work. It'll still be pretty. And I love the aqua painters. You don't have to put a lot on there. It puts just what you need. They're fabulous little tools. Actually went and just replaced some of what I had because I had bent up the brushes pretty good. Alright, there's my 2 of those with the bottom color. And I'm going to wait on my little Minos because I'm not sure what I want to do with those. I'm trying to get a good look at it here. And the centers of my flowers, I'm going to do a just a soft suede or crumb cake. Let's go with crumb cake, softer. Let's do crumb cake in the middle of those. Just put a little bit on here. Give that definition. And you only really need one color of this. This is all you really need for these. Alright, we've got all of those colored up. And I'll be right back with you to do the other colors. Okay, we're back. And let's go on to the next color of green. I'm going to do Old Olive and see how this looks. Now, I don't know if you can tell here in the camera, but these two that I have blotted off and made them softer, they actually mixed a little bit with the brown. Even though the Stazon is supposed to be good for watercolor, it seems to kind of blend it a little bit. Now with this, I'm going to use a darker green, and I'm going to just come up in here and along these branches. See where the branches are, and I'm just going to give some dimension and go down here at the bottom and just kind of give some color. Now this will bleed out into it, and then we'll add another shade, so it will make it look like a 3D leaf, which will be really, really cool. You'll see it in a few minutes, and once it dries up. Oh, somebody wants me. It's just Pinterest. And we're going to do that with all these leaves. We're just going to put a little bit of this Old Olive to give some color and some deeper tones to our leaves. So I hope everybody's doing well with this virus going around, staying inside and staying healthy, washing those hands. I met with my neighbor the other day, or actually a little while ago. We did a grocery order pickup. It's the only time my husband lets me leave the house now since I'm basically quarantined. We went down to walk the property. We had a lot of rain yesterday, so we're purchasing some property. So we went to go check out and see how the property looked. And yeah, it was good. It didn't have a lot of problems with it. There's a cute little creek down there. It's got a couple of little, there was enough water in the creek today that there's a spot where some trees have fallen down, and it looks like a little waterfall now. It's so pretty. So I can't wait till we actually close and we can go hang out there. But they're talking about putting our county down under a quarantine to where you're only allowed out for essentials. And, well, you know, going to check out our property isn't exactly essential. So we won't be able to do that anymore. That's going to suck. But, hey, we'll still be breathing, and we're still good. We're not sick. Everything's still the same here. We've been doing grocery shopping via pickup. And what else have we been doing? That's pretty much all I've been doing. Grocery shopping via pickup. Tim's gone into a couple of stores. He's also gone in to get food at Chick-fil-A, and which I love the way Chick-fil-A has done this. They have been fantastic through this whole ordeal up here in Statesville. It's wonderful. Alright, I put the Old Olive on all of my leaves. Actually, I should put a little extra here in these portions that I missed the last time. Imagine that. Just put a little bit right in there. Give it some extra color. Alright, we got that one done. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in that darker green and see how it looks. I'm going to go with garden green because, you know, spring is coming and we all want to be outside, and just the world's preventing us from doing so. And so this is going to make it all a lot darker. And I'm going to follow those grains, but just mainly stay to the bottom of this to kind of give the shading down here. And just kind of follow a little bit up, not a whole lot. I don't want this top of my leaf to come from changing. I think it looks beautiful having a little bit of that yellowish color to it. I think it looks fabulous. But we're going to really stay close to the edges with this dark green. And I hope this is showing up very well for you. I will bring it in a little closer to you. I have a beautiful desk. This desk is fabulous in the fact that I can pick it and unmove it. It has a crankshaft on it, so I can actually move my table closer. I've got it at the highest setting right now so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I may even go back and add some more olive to this, but I think it looks pretty good. So just staying close to the edges and going a little bit over. All the way down here in this corner. I know my daughter has a friend that she works with, and she's been quarantined at her house as well, per physician's request, and it just sucks. She's got 4 little kids, and you know, she's fighting some medical issues, not the coronavirus, but either way, she's fighting medical issues, and you know, I feel so bad for them. Then did you guys hear about these people who decided, you know, they were gonna go out and have a party? Coronavirus be damned, and it was a bunch of 20, 40-year-old somethings at a corona party, and guess what? There's somebody who has come down with the coronavirus that went to that party. So yeah, there's a possibility of about 200 to 400 people affected with this, and I'm just like, really? Are they crazy? Are they just crazy? What is wrong with these people? Don't know. I don't understand it. Okay, I'm going to go on to my daisies again, and I'm going to add some more color to them. We put in the So Saffron, so I'm going to go with some Daffodil Delight right now. And this is my Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to add quite a bit of this to like the middles, where you see in between your lines, and we'll come in and we'll add darker. I'm going to use a crushed curry with that later. So I'm going to do this color here. Just kind of streak it in there. You don't have to get every petal. That gives a variation. Makes it look like the petals have been there longer, especially ones in the back. You know, it looks like they're a little older, a little less color in them, that they've been sun-dried a little longer. But you know, that sun sure sucks up that color out of those flowers. They're so pretty. Alright, I think I got that one just about colored with that. And you can see the different variations, how pretty it's turning out to be. We're good with that color now. And went ahead and did the garden cream. Let's go ahead and do the crushed curry and see how that looks with this daisy on here. And this one I'm going to go really close to the edge of the daisy in the center on both of them. And then I'm going to come back in and do just some streaks. Do these lines. You see these little lines that are in here? I'm going to put a few streaks so it's just like this bright orangey yellow streaking through. That's so pretty. Do this with all of these little flowers. Give them some character. I really wish I could draw so I could paint just as well. I love the painting idea, I just can't draw to save my life. My friend Rachel does a great job of just going with her gut. And she comes out with some really beautiful stuff. Alright, there we go. There's that one. Now I'm going to go ahead and paint those chrysanthemums or whatever they're called. I'm going to go ahead and do, I did the Flirty Flamingo. Now I'm going to do Grapefruit Grove, which is one of our in colors that is it's going away when the new catalog comes out. It will be retired along with Blueberry Bushel, Call Me Clover, and Pineapple Punch, and Lovely Lipstick. Those will all be going away, and it's so sad. But, you know, that brings us room for new colors, and this DSP that comes with this stamp set, if you by the Sweet has one of the new in colors. It's a sneak peek. It's kind of a, it's called Bumblebee. So it's kind of a yellowy, a dark yellowy, crushed curry, mustardy kind of color. And I like it a little bit. I'm not really, to me it's a sad yellow. I don't really like it. Almost burnt umber-esque. And I'm not big on those saddy colors. I like light, bright, and happy, you know? But that's okay. I think, you know, everybody has their colors. I happen to really like crushed curry for lots of different things. It is bright. It can be perfect for the fall as well. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I haven't really gotten to be sure which one it is yet. So once I figure that out, I will let you know. Alright, let's see here. Almost done with this one. Just putting a little bit of color in here. When I get the next color, it's going to be Calypso Coral, and it will stay mainly at the edges of these leaves. Alright, we got that one done. That's the Grapefruit Grove. Now we're going to do Calypso Coral on that flower. See what we get. And I still haven't figured out what I want to do with these little flowers. I think I'm going to go with some sort of blue, because they remind, blue or purple, they remind me of a little aminoids. I don't know how to say it, but my mom used to have them, and I loved them. I thought they were really pretty. Now this one I'm putting just kind of like in the cracks of the flowers, making it a little darker in there. Let's see, and then here, so it gives it a shadow in those little cracks that you see. And again, it is Calypso Coral that I'm using now, putting in some of that darker, deeper colors in there. Just going here in these little cracks and crevices, maybe up a few little lines. It's in that deep, rich color. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm trying to keep it not so built up of lots of color. Just want to see how it's going to look. Alright, now we get to pick some colors on this blue. Okay, I decided to go with purple, Highland Heather, and Seaside Spray. I'm going to do the Seaside Spray first and pretty much make that the full color of the flower. And then I will do a little bit of Highland Heather with that. This Seaside Spray is one of our new in colors that came out last annual catalog. And it will still be good. So we're going to color this whole flower with this. The whole thing. Kind of have to let them dry up a little bit, or that purple will just blend right in. And you won't even notice that it's blue. I mean, you can use your blends instead of doing this with watercolors if you wanted to, and then you wouldn't even have to use watercolor paper. And by this point, my watercolor paper has pretty much dried up, and it's really sucking up the color now, which I actually like it much better that way than spritzing it the way everybody says. Now, if you spritz it and you wanted to stamp some watercolor images, that would look really great as well. Oops, I went out of the line. There comes my little napkin to the rescue. Oh, nope, because it's dried up so much it didn't let me pull it up. Oh well, that's fine. Just a little out of the way. Alright, so we've got my blue on there, and now I'm going to go back in and put some of that purple in there and see what I get. And I'm literally just putting, see where these little lines are for these guys? I'm just putting this purple right there on those little lines. there he is. This one is all colored. You can see the colors and the variations. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, there you go. I think it looks kind of cool. It's different. I will have to put this on something and cut it out, and I will let you see the finished product. When I get it all done, it will be in a blog post. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for stopping in.